try this again. Watching this Meet the Press about the Colorado shooting, and of course they're going on the we need stricter gun rules because this crazy guy had a bunch of guns. He's, tacked out, semi-automatic, 2 pistols, a shotgun, body armor, gas mask. And they're saying it was a good thing that the people in that theater didn't have guns, because it would have been worse. And the guy, I don't even know his name, he was quoting a bunch of police officials or officers or whatever, saying it's the worst case scenario if everyone there had a gun, if the public was armed to protect themselves. I don't see how that's a worst case scenario. Now let's say 5%, 10% had a gun, and out of that 10%, 40% of them left it in the car. The other 20, they don't have it loaded right, they don't have it chambered or whatever, and then the other 40%, they're able to pull their guns and try to kill this guy. And let's keep on the worst case scenario, and let's say they get him, but they hit a couple people too, and one of them accidentally shoots the other because they thought they were the gunman because it was dark and smoky and everything else. Which is preferable? That instance happening where accidentally people get shot in defense of themselves, or everyone being completely defenseless and getting massacred like fucking animals? Which is the worst case scenario here? Being completely disarmed and getting murdered. No defense, no hope of defense. I don't see where people come from with this gun control thing. Yeah, bad guys are going to get guns. If the guns were illegal and this guy decided to kill people, he had got a gun. And even in this Meet the Press thing, even they brought up explosives. He has all those explosives in his house. They brought that up. I don't see how disarmament of the public keeps us safe. It seems to get us murdered, because that lone crazy guy just decides to arm himself to the teeth and go and murder a bunch of people that are completely defenseless. Completely defenseless people. But yeah, no, let's take away all the guns from the innocent, the regular people, the law-abiding citizens of the nation. Let's take all their guns away. Let's just abolish the Second Amendment. Just poof, overnight it's gone, and everyone just willingly gives up their guns like they did in Australia. Would gun crime go down or up? What do you think, really? What do you think really would happen? Because the bad guys are still going to have guns. They are, period. Because they're bad guys. They don't give a fuck about the law. In fact, neither does our government, if you look at the Fast and Furious scandal. But that's a side story. I mean, let's go back to the worst case. If I was in the theater, I would hope for that worst case. The best worst case, where everyone was armed. Even if one of those armed people accidentally shot me and killed me, I would have preferred that than being shot like a dog. Executed. A lamb to the slaughter. But that's me, I guess. I'm an extremist.